It's not really all that complete yet. I'm getting close to completing it.
That's awesome.
And by the way, my Dodge Charger, if I remember correctly, is over level 200. 227. Full.
You're gonna need this.
I've gotten to... Don't hit any vehicles in the race. There's no way in heck I'm going to be able to do that. With something as squirrely as a Dodge Charger old style, there's...
No, you're talking about my dream. That's my dream car.
This is Need for Speed, not GTA, dickhead. You don't have guns. Easier said than done when your car is racing a Porsche and your car weighs 10 tons more than he does. Considering I just beat him off the start with 200 more horsepower than he does. Dude, his torque fully upgraded is only 300. My torque right now is 400. I have doubled the power rating he does. And we're racing on the interstate, which means I can put all that power into speed. The two downsides of this Dodge Charger. Steering. It may be haphazard and labored, but unlike that Porsche, I don't slide around.
Right.
The front wheels lock in, which means as long as there's power being applied, those front wheels are holding their ground. Dude, I did that off the start with the Porsche. Even my nitro boost kicks him in the hiney. Dude, if you don't believe this, I'm doing 140 right now without the nitrous engaged. If I hit the nitrous, which by the way I'm not going to because I'm on a course that has a crap ton of corners, and what Dodge Chargers do not like are corners. Right now, I'm playing this with a bloody steering wheel, you bum. Which, by the way, gives me a bit more control over the vehicle than a freaking controller does. In other words, when I steer, the front wheels do what I want them to do and not what they want to do. Not as Actually, no, mine's a professional gamer setup. I have a gear shifter, clutch, brake, gas pedal. I'm technically changing gears by manual. I've locked it in 5th gear right now. I'm doing 170 right now. I haven't even hit the rev limiter yet, which I'm surprised, considering I'm doing 100. Really? This guy set this time in a Porsche? Really? 4 minutes... Or, what is that? 4.53.42. I could beat that in reverse. Seriously. Let's just say if my driver had any gumption, he would let off the accelerator. Because I will say this. We're doing 170 around corners. Due to the momentum. No, if I hit the brakes, he's going to hit the windshield head first. Like I said, this thing does not like corners. Proof of concept. I try to turn, the damn thing eats the wall. Now I just bullied a car out of the way. Because honestly, why the hell not? I mean, I have twice the power. 5 miles. Hell. That's even much for a Porsche to do. And I'm doing it in a Dodge Charger. Which, by the way, I'm miles away from this bum. You know, surprisingly, that Porsche should be able to catch me due to his top speed, yet he can't. My top speed, I'm pretty much topped out right now at 170.
Let's not do that again.
In all honesty. He should be able to, but you know what's funny? My top speed's only 179 miles an hour. I top out at that. And yet, in the corners, I go down to 140 every time I turn the wheel. And yet he ain't caught up to me yet. And I've hit 4 cars in the past 5 minutes. And he still ain't caught me. Oh, hell. I hate the steering on this thing. It steers like a boat. It's like, It turns, but it's haphazard. And of course, I go off the course. Because I get pinballed off 2 vehicles. Which is usual. You know, I'm trying to get the back of this car to misbehave, and it won't do it. Literally, I'm giving it every bit of power into the rear wheels, and it just won't make them misbehave. To like get something to like this heavy to drift, you gotta put your foot into it, and yet this thing weighs so much, there's really not much I can do in the account of drifting. The only possible way to get the rear end to slide is if I hit the parking brake. I shit you not, the only way to get this Dodge Charger to slide is to hit the parking brake. Yeah, rip the parking brake while I'm in 4th gear. Screw you. It's not... Dude, I was in 4th gear. I can't rip it in 4th. I can... Easier said than done when you're talking about a 70s Dodge. Sure, you can do that with every other vehicle, but this Dodge Charger really doesn't want to do it. The only time I can get it to do that is if the back end touches dirt and I lay into it. That's the only way to get the rear of the car to slide. Yes, I had. You could pretty much go... Okay, if y'all don't believe me, y'all can go into my broadcast and you can see pretty much how terrible at, like, drifting this thing is. It just won't do it. No one. I just started. It's only been 6 minutes. No, God, no. I stream every once in a while. Of course, considering the off-road vehicle I have has over 1,000 horsepower. No, seriously, I have a Chevy freaking Stepside that has over 1,000 horsepower. It's ridiculous. It's got 1,257 horsepower. And no brakes.
Hey, did you get the pictures I sent you?
Yeah, I got the pictures. But I'm racing to get like a Chevy, or I think it was a Ford F-350 Raptor.
Let's do this.
Alright, here goes no- oh god. When I hit the boost, it's like a jet engine taking off in this Chevy.
Come on, let's go.
Turn. Turn. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm drifting in a 4-wheel drive. I'm drifting in a frigging Chevy pickup. Which, by the way, you thought a freaking Chevy van was bad? The brakes on this Chevy truck are spongy. There's nothing there.
I gotta say, first is
Literally, I lay into the brake. There's no brakes. There's no brakes. Oh god. Literally, every time I hit the brake pedal, it just won't do it. It does everything but stop. Well, it does everything but slow down.
Did you get it on bar yet? AP?
What? Oh lord.
There's an update in Portland for the Sacrifice Crossing.
Oh Jesus. I never thought I'd say this, but I might smoke this guy's time of 132 off-road in a fucking Chevy. Of course, I am well, considering I'm doing 140 off-road in like 3 minutes. And drifting it like an idiot.
yeah. There we go.
Yep, I beat him. What? How did I not beat him? Really? There's... With 1,000 horsepower, I could fucking beat that time, and yet... The guy did it in a How the hell do you make an off-road Porsche, you cunt? There is no way in hell... No offense, you can't get a Porsche in off-road. I've looked. You can get everything but a Porsche. I shit you not. Yeah. But remember when I said there's no brakes on this truck? When I say there's no brakes, Yeah. Even if I use the nitrous, if I try to hit the brake pedal, nothing happens. So, brakes, non-existent. That makes it even worse because the brakes are even not more existent. It takes a mile and a half just to get this Chevy to stop. Y'all really don't understand what I mean by this thing's brakes are non-existent. If you watch the fucking broadcast, I know, but if y'all watch the fucking broadcast, if I hit the brake pedal, nothing happens for at least 40 seconds till the brakes kick. The brakes are that non-existent.
Yeah, Matt. He's a YouTuber just like me.
I'm hitting the brakes and nothing's happening. It took it an hour just to slow down. It's terrible. It sucks absolute balls. Oh god. Just to add insult to injury, I overshot. Ow. I'm pretty sure that landing would have fucked up the suspension. About 400 yards, actually. I jumped about 300 yards away from the object I was trying to hit. And I still missed it by a mile. Brakes! Brakes! Finally they kick in, but of course I had to... Well, I had to use the parking brake to stop. I could restart it. Hang on, I think I know what's wrong.
Yeah, Matt's awesome when it comes to world armor warfare.
Brakes.
Really
Brakes are... The brakes are too damn spongy in this. I'm gonna stop broadcasting, then I'm gonna freaking